Hello again, Garage42 here with another Hyperlight Drifter video. This time we're going to be looking at all the secrets in the northern area, which in retrospect might have been better as a first area. You'll see why. But rather than load up a save file and continue on, because in order to get everything in the eastern zone, I needed to have the railgun, which came from the north, to hit one of the switches, so I wanted to do that ahead of time. But in this case, the railgun is already in the north, so may as well just show getting the railgun and then backtracking. And you don't need multi-dash for anything, so I don't need any extra Gearbits. So we're actually just going to start from a new game. Oh, there's my casual file, and here were the practice files. And well, let's enter a name. I swear I can spell. And the intro cutscene's really good, but it's like 3 minutes and 14 seconds long. And for most people that's fine, you're only ever going to watch it once, but a common thing for speedrunners is you always have to start from a new file, and unskippable cutscenes kind of get in our way. So we found this out, and I think it's kind of neat, so I just wanted to show you guys where actually if you hold all 4 face buttons on your controller and the 4 shoulder buttons, or like the 2 bumpers and the 2 triggers, or if you type literally /skip, you skip the intro cutscene. So I thought that was kind of funny. So here we are, brand new file in the tutorial area. But there's a reason that I wanted to start from a fresh file, and you'll see why later in the video. It's really cool. It was one of my favorite secret discoveries so far in the game. So I'm looking forward to this one. I think you guys are going to like the north area. Break the boxes, because why not? Oh, and I found out those things are actually called health kits, not health packs, like I had been trying to call it, or med kits, or mega packs, or any combination thereof. I believe someone was poking around in the save file and figured that out. I really want to have like actual names for stuff. So if you know what things are supposed to be called, like the coins are actually Gearbits. Oh, and if you aim just like a little too high, you can hit the switch without hitting the box. Again, probably only relevant if you're going to speedrun the game, so no worries there. I think you only need to kill 2 of the enemies to open that. It's weird, it always opens early for some reason. I'm not sure which 2 matter. Hop, hop, hop. You can move around while interacting. Too far and it resets though. What a nice view. Okay. What a great day to be alive. I feel perfectly healthy. The sun is shining. Nothing could. What is going on? This looks a little weird. I'm not feeling so good. Uh-oh. Brace yourself. Who's that? Why is your robot friend unconscious? The thing that floats around you, what exactly is it? since he interacts with all of the like switches and I assume technology, I figure he's like your tiny robot companion, but maybe that's not true. Also, you can break the mirror, so I guess this video is gonna have bad luck. Oops. Hey, we can teleport here. Convenient. Okay, so now this time we're gonna go north. In the last video, which actually probably gonna make a playlist, and I'll put this one first. So in this first video, there we go, we're gonna go to the north. Oh, and there's a health kit over here. I swear, one of the best hidden objects in the game are health kits, which you'd think they'd want people to find, right? The people that need them most aren't going to be looking too hard, I don't imagine. And here's our first Gearbit, or coin. I'll call them Gearbits though, because I think that's their actual name. Huh. Right before I started recording this, someone showed me where another Gearbit was that I actually hadn't found. So I'm like, well, it's a good thing I hadn't made this yet. I've got notes up too. I learned from the previous video. This time I'm gonna do my best not to forget anything, because I forgot a couple things last time. And obviously, so if you look at your little robot friend, when you stand near certain edges, he'll get a question mark above his head, and if you hold interact, you can reveal invisible pathways. Got another coin over here. Gearbit number 2. A nice strategy for these guys is to shoot them once and then hit them twice. It's a little faster, and the melee attacks will refill your ammunition. So, otherwise the standard 3/ combo is plenty effective enough against them. One of these days, something good is going to come out of cutting those bushes. Just you wait. Actually, the north area starts you off with 2 invisible pathways, whoopsie, really quickly, so it's kind of surprising. And here's the first monolith of this area. I believe there are 16 monoliths in total, as well as 16 keys, and the breakdown so far seems to be 4 per area, which makes sense. There were 4 in the east, and this guy is letting you know what the boss for this area is. You know it's the boss because it's a red skull on your map. Get my 1 health back. And there's actually a box right here, and this is the one that I actually didn't know about. Like, wouldn't that have been silly? It's like, oh yeah, so I missed one. Oh, don't worry. Drifter's fine. He's just gonna walk it off. But this is a case where you can see like 1 pixel of the ledge, and you gotta go jump on it. Hey, we got 4 Gearbits, so that's our first. Well, if the money's called Gearbits, I'm gonna call those things Gearbites. I'm sure if you're like into computers, you probably have an idea what I mean then. Doesn't make sense, there's only 4, I know, but working with what I got here. We'll come back and go down that way later. This one took me a while to get, because if you look to the right, it seems like he'd come from the other direction, right? But these are actually windows, and you can see a red switch right there. It's kind of pulsing. Step. They try and put like these, I don't know, something on the floor as an indication. That's a pretty common thing. I get another Gearbit. And jump down. And here we're going to be, well, here's a key door. This takes 10 keys, and behind it is actually 2 Gearbits and the dark blue equipment set. When you get a new equipment set, you can go back to the room that you started in and swap it out. And here's the enemies for this area. You can only hit them while they're charging you, but they only have 1 health. So, not too bad. The gun works as well. Search down, hit switch, right cave, right. I'm using notes this time. And here's a nice scenic view of a giant skeleton. Poor guy. Oh, that was a health kit. Probably should have smashed the box before I picked it up. I don't think I even needed it, honestly. Oh no! I think that was my first fall, actually. Or at least unintentional one, right? Yeah. So you can hear the wolf. These guys jump at you, so if you step back, kind of juke them a little bit. That one was weird, he just sort of ran at me. Touche, dog. And if you go over here, there's a cave. This actually has a couple things in it. Monolith number 2. And the coin. Or Gearbit. And you can actually go up here and there's an NPC. You talk to them and he's like, this area used to be nice. We cared for all the eggs and then everyone went insane and they burnt down the palace. It was weird at first, but I do like how minimalistic the interface is, and there's no dialogue, there's no text, it's all just pictures, which is really nice. Hey, it's our dog. Oh, sounds like there's fighting. Oh, neat. I actually got there quicker than normal, so you actually get to see some of the combat. And then this is the guy that saved you. You'll remember him from the earlier cutscene. He tells you where, well, he marks stuff on your map, as well as tells you that he's had visions of a nightmare similar to yours. Oh, if you're near someone you can't actually attack. Instead, you just sort of nod. Nod. Or if you press the bumper, you throw confetti, or candy, or flower petals. I've heard it called a lot of different things. And we're just gonna walk over here. Mine. So that should be number 7. Yes. So far, so good. Actually, I got an idea. Let me move my notes. There we go. So it's a little easier to keep track of. So here you can just barely walk around these ledges to pick up a health kit funny watching the dogs try and get to you. And then you can go this way. And yeah. We'll do this first. And if you go up, you'll find your 8th Gearbit. So now you have a Gearbite. 2 will get you a few upgrades, but you need 3 for all the cool ones. You remember the thing about your robot buddy? See that little question mark above him? Invisible pathways. You don't actually have to interact in order to make them appear, but it shows you where they are. And here is our first power module. I used to call them power nodes. I believe module is the more common term. And we get 1 of 4. You need 4 in each area in order to access the final boss. So that's our first. It's one of the hidden ones too. So that's nice. So you can either step backwards or, well, they're having a little trouble, aren't they? Speaking of names, I've heard that this area is called the Winding Ridge. Not a lot of stuff in this game gets named, so it's nice having at least that much. And here's another new enemy introduction. This guy will approach you and then like fire this short range attack. It does 2 damage, but they only have 2 health, so it's a fair trade. 1 gunshot and 1 sword slash is a pretty effective strategy. Sometimes they like to jump around kind of randomly. Which actually was neat. If you paid attention, he jumped onto an invisible block. So that's interesting. And if you go over here, there is yet another invisible path. I like to break things. And here you find, you'll see this a few times, a skeleton with a bit of a black glow. You'll get an item from it. Sometimes it's a key, where'd his head go? Other times it's an equipment set. We'll have to come back to this area later because I need the railgun in order to get something. If you drop down over here, you can get Gearbit. And now, if the switch is green, you actually won't be able to leave. So you need to make sure the switch is off because it's trying to call the elevator. And if it's calling the elevator, you won't be able to leave on it. That's in case you like jump back down and the elevator's not there, so you'd get stuck otherwise. Also watch out, those blocks disappear when you step on them. Oh, nice. That's a good hit. Sometimes enemies will drop Gearbits. It's not random. Specific ones will. And they only drop it once. If you don't collect it, when you come back later, it'll either be on the ground, or if the enemies respawn, they'll have it again. Oh, I got that. I got that. I got that. I got that. Okay. So here is another new enemy. We got a mini boss fight essentially. This guy, if you stay at a distance, will fire 3 ranged projectiles at you. And if you get close, he'll summon these squares that explode after a second. Ow! And they linger even if you beat him, so do watch out. If you got a full clip, you can take them out with just your gun if you're concerned. Amateurs. It helps to have an idea of what's coming. The first time you encounter fights like that, it's not uncommon to die a couple times. This game is very challenging. I've played it for longer than I should, honestly. It's been a lot of fun. So now we're at the top of the mountain, but unfortunately we can't get to whatever that is. I'm going to call it a terminal because the barrier's in the way. So let's try going around. We'll start with the left side. And this thing is a teleporter. That's neat. And here you can actually get a shot off on that guy. And then the enemies sort of freak out. Poor guy. And here's another one from enemy drops. And there's a health kit hidden right there. Alright. And this is your introduction to block crushers. It's a one-hit kill, so you do have to be careful. But if you look, you see at the floor, there's that stuff kind of we saw earlier. And if you look below it, it's not straight pixels. It's kind of an indication that there's actually no wall there. So try not to get crushed, though. And that's how you get to this area. If you step off this, the blocks come back up. So that's sort of like a... Might have to dash to get off of it. And I missed this the first time. If you go to this far edge... Ah, yeah, here we are. Visible path. Which takes you to a teleporter, which takes you down to an ambush. So that's number 12. Wait, what? I think I missed one. That's supposed to be 13. I missed one of the enemy drops. There were supposed to be 2 from enemies, but I only got 1. Strange. It's not like off to the side somewhere, is it? Then you teleport back. Yeah, because it says key 2, don't get crushed, and then coin 13. Weird. I'm stuck. Please. There we go. I feel like these notes might be confusing me more than they're helping me. Turrets are rather annoying. You can't deactivate them, but they'll only shoot at you if you're in line of sight. So this guy will jump at you. But a couple gunshots, and he's not too bad. I like the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 dash. Whoa. Alright. And then you activate that switch, which opens the door, but unfortunately also activates all these blocks. And it's a little weird because these don't always activate like in the same order, so the timing can be different. They have really weird cycles, so just kind of watch it for a second and get a feel for the pattern. Alright, this room has interesting collision with one of the blocks. I'll try and show it off. So 2, 1, 1, all of them, and then 1, 1, both, and only 2 of them. So they got weird patterns. But here, if you actually go down here, this is a pit, it's not a wall, so those blocks won't crush you, they'll push you off. If you hit this switch, that deactivates those. But actually, if you get pushed off and then land in the block, you can dash into the wall and then dash out of the wall. So there's a couple places where you can get out of bounds in this game. It's pretty interesting. This is a little scary without multi-dash, but you can actually fit in between each of them, so it's not so bad. Yo, multi-kill. I feel like that wasn't exactly fair. That room went way better than I was expecting, honestly. I don't think there's anything in there. And here we get module number 2. And then there's a teleporter out. No other secrets here. And this is going to be sort of a recurring theme where you get to the end and then you teleport back to the center. As you can see, there's 2 other teleporters. Pay attention to that one on the right. You'll be seeing it later. And if you interact with the teleporter, it actually refills your health and ammo. So that's kind of a nice convenience. It also refills your grenades if you have any. So we did the teleporter. Now we can go on to the next area, which is over this way. Oh hey, it's Mr. Skeleton. He's just chilling. So again, those disappear if you step on them. That's the big one though. The smaller ones you can walk across, the larger one you're going to need to dash. And here's another hidden wall for a coin. Ow, he got me. I'm not the most accurate shot. You can aim with the left trigger, but that requires aiming. And we've got another hidden wall over here, which leads to a teleporter and our third node, or module. All the verbiage is hard to change. So what I think of your chair. Each one of the archers, or the gunners I should say, is tied to a different section, so I'm going to leave that one alive for a second. So, he tries. I'm thinking of a different room. You have to dash across the big ones, but the small ones you can just walk across. Ah, I was thinking of this room. They really give you a lot of health kits right here because there's a fight coming up. I walked right into that, didn't I? A lot of the enemies here can do 2 damage, so if you've got 2 health, it's worth using a health kit. Alright, and then this bit is pretty neat. These blocks appear, and if you're standing in them, sometimes you get pushed inside them. So you can just walk around on the inside of the blocks. Actually, if you stand still in the middle, they can't even find you. This is a new type of enemy. They've got homing rocket launchers, so they're actually kind of scary. I wonder what he's trying to do. But that's kind of a cool area. And then everything slowly recedes. And here, this is, I believe, the 4th node, right? Nice. That's all we need. Oh, hang on. I'm sure he'll be fine. We're just gonna walk that off. See? He's fine. You'd think there'd be something hidden over here, but I wasn't able to find anything. So, we're just gonna teleport out of here. There's actually a lot to the northern area. Another Gearbit right here. And now this secret area is kind of cool. So we're going to go over here. Take this guy. Need to borrow its skeleton. But it's not the end. It's not this way, I was just kidding. If you go down this way and drop down this ledge, you find the staircase, which, if you look at the map, I was wondering a long time how I would find this staircase. So this is kind of a cool secret area. So I'm going to say, if you haven't found this yet yourself, you should actually just pause the video and go explore it yourself. Because this was probably like my favorite secret to find so far. It was really cool. So I'll give you a moment. Alright. You back? Cool. It was cool, wasn't it? So let's go check it out. Tell me if this looks familiar. So you kind of see now why I wanted to start from the tutorial. I was honestly surprised when I found it. I never thought you'd end up back in this area. So you remember at the very end, where we first lost consciousness? Well, I wonder what's in that area. Thanks for the gun. Deja vu. Whoops. He's fine. Ah, here we are. So what's in here? Explosives. And a squirrel. Interesting. So this room keeps track of all of the monoliths that you have found. This is how we know that there are 16. And you can pick up a key as well as a gearbit. Oh, sorry, dude. Now, for convenience, you gotta activate this teleporter, which will work as a shortcut back to this area. And it connects to Central Town. So that's convenient. and you also get a Gearbit. So now we can go back north. Because we finally cleared out everything on the left side, so now we can go to the right. And there's a power module right here, so that's convenient. But wait a second, we already have 4. So where... yes, there are actually 8 power modules per area. I did not see that coming, personally. When the first one popped in one of those corners, I was like, wow, I get it. And here's a 3 module door. So we've got it open, so now we can advance. Which actually we have way more than 3 modules, don't we? So we're going to see a lot more sort of building interiors now. Kind of cool aesthetic to this area. Although this part's a little mean. You got to teleport across all this stuff, and you're getting shot at, attacked. It's just really rude, honestly. Oh, and there's a secret. So that's a thing. We're just going to ignore the magic guy, because he's kind of annoying to deal with. That's actually it. As far as I could tell, there was no way to get to the right side of the area. There was also no way to make this barricade go down, that I know of. Ah, they got me. That room was going so well, too. And this is another case where if you look at the wall, you can see there's a break right here. Secret. And we've got another power module. So we're 6 out of 8. That's pretty good. Oh, and I saw a couple people post on Reddit like, how do I get to that teleporter? Well, I don't know. Sorry. I hope no one here is a fan of books, because I'm going to be breaking a lot of books. Look, it's a secret. No, I'm just kidding. It almost looks like it too, with the stuff on the floor, all the pages, but it's just trying to throw you off. This one isn't, though. Oh, also, I heard you like passable walls, so I put a passable wall behind your passable wall, so you can pass through walls while you're passing through walls. Oh, and I'm just kidding, we're down here. Gearbit. And this is a case where something on the floor is different, it stands out. So even though it's a flat wall, you can actually pass through it. I think that's kind of annoying. And here's our third monolith. Because honestly, sometimes the only way to find some of these secrets is to just run into every single wall. Which I may or may not have done. But we're not done with this area yet. Because not only does it go down, it also goes up. To reveal another teleporter. And another Gearbit. And a health kit. Oh. Hope I wasn't interrupting something. Yo, you like books? Look at all these books. Got books for days. And another Gearbit. Which actually, this is honestly probably one of my favorite views in the game that I've so far found. I like snowy scenes. I like winter. Oh, and this is the boss. So, wish me luck. This guy can be trouble. So, hopefully he doesn't take too many attempts, but I wouldn't be surprised if I died a time or two. So, it's not the front of the purple that's dangerous, because you remember they appear on the ground for a second before exploding. Ow, see? Like he got me there. And then every now and then he'll go to the middle. Which actually, this is kind of my favorite time to attack him, because while you're doing your melee swings out to get the birds, sometimes you'll also, whoops, just hit him as well, or vice versa. Sometimes you need to, ooh, like the worst attack, or the one that gives me the most trouble, is that the one that follows you. And now there's two of them. Bad day, bad day, bad day. And the lower on health he gets, the larger effect radius his attacks will have. I'm doing a strategy where if you... I know he's doing this. If you fire the gun... Ow. And then do a sword swing, you can actually cancel the animation. So if you alternate between a single pistol shot and a single sword slash, you can do damage really quickly. So that honestly went better than I was expecting. And we get 3 Gearbits whenever you beat a boss, so that's nice. Alright, need to calm down for a second. Fortunately, we had full health kits going in, so we were able to take a few hits and still keep on. But your reward for that is a new weapon. This is the Railgun, as it's called, and you can hit B to switch between your weapons. And we can finally activate the terminal. Which, in order to go fight the final boss, you have to activate all 4 terminals and activate 4 power modules in each area. And then you can go fight the final boss. Which is cool. I like how they did that in the game. You can go to 3 different areas first, either north or east or west. We're missing 2. Ah, yes. So now we need to backtrack. We've activated the terminal and picked up the railgun, so we're now able to access the areas that we couldn't before, that we passed on the way in. Oh, these guys are back. What in the world? Calm down, please. Thank you. Okay. So I'm going to switch to the rifle. And now, in the tutorial area, you saw there were switches that you could shoot. Well, this one, if you hit it with a regular gun, it doesn't work. If you look at the target on the top, that indicates that it is a Railgun Switch. There we go. So, you're going to get ambushed in this area a lot. These bird enemies are everywhere. It can be very difficult to keep track of them all. Especially when some of them are colliding with stuff that they should not be. They're stuck. Flying enemies stuck behind railing. It's kind of funny, honestly. Alright. Goodness. But they were guarding a power module, so I can understand it. A bit aggressive, honestly. And you just jump down the ledge to get back. We do have to do a little more backtracking. Oops. Ow. I want to pick up this health kit while I'm here. Oh, here's the one. Can I not pick that up? Can I not pick that up? Look, there's the gear bit I'm missing. I don't understand. Maybe it's stuck inside something. Let's try leaving and re-entering. We did it! Alright, everything's back on track and I feel a lot better now. That's honestly been plaguing me for like, ever since I noticed I was off by one. I'm like, where? How? So I feel a lot better now. I must have just missed it the first time, or maybe like fell off. I was probably too... Oh! You know what it was? No, he didn't jump off though. That was last time. I'm so confused. Okay. I thought I knew it for a second there. I was super excited. Oh well. That's what the video is for. We're going to make sense of this situation one way or the other. But we have one more power node that we have to activate. What? Nice combo. Oh, you got me. I know you want me to heal. Don't worry, we'll be fine. Oh. See, I told you we'd be fine. Oh, the health kit's back. Nice. Stuff respawns. I don't know if it's time-based or distance-based. Like, maybe the game keeps track of the last 20 rooms that you've been to. That was a completely arbitrary number. It's probably more like 50. Or 64, because, you know, powers of 2 are cool. So now we're back in this town, and I told you we'd come back here later. What's later? Oh, let's use the high-powered rifle. Check that out. That's a gun. Oh, unfortunately this area is... Oh, see this thing on the floor? The symbol is similar to what was on the terminal that we activated. and so you have to activate that. So you generally need to beat the boss in order to get access to this area, which is kind of scary to go through without multi-dash. Just that first part, because you know, instant death. This is the dead end. I just wanted to show it to you for completeness. Totally not lost or anything. Coin. Whoopsie. Man, don't they ever clean this place? This 2D view is messing with my head. Stuff dropping down from the ceiling, I can't tell if it's in front of me or above me. Alright, so let's try not to get crushed. Hey, we didn't get crushed. So that was kind of scary the first time, but you're actually fine. And here we get another Gearbit. We're just racking them in. Raking them in? Racking them up? Sometimes I combine words. You know what I mean. Alright, brace yourself. Man, you walk into a tiny room and then stuff just starts falling on you from the ceiling. Kind of scary. But that is the 8th and final power module for this area. And now we have to exit through this death trap. And by that, I mean now we're going to teleport back. Because forget that. Alright. So we've gotten 3 monoliths, 3 keys, and 8 power modules. You think we're almost done, right? Well, you'd be wrong. The north has tons of stuff to it. Like, I knew this was going to be a long one. Longer than the east one. But goodness. See, even the drifter's tired. He's starting to sit down on elevators. And this area has lots of magic. And they just try and get rid of the floor as you're walking on it. Find that very rude. Thank you, game. Okay, yeah. Thought there was something around here. I kind of abandoned my notes a while ago because they weren't really working for me. I think I made them a little too verbose. I probably don't need to include everything on them. Maybe just ones that I'm likely to forget. Oh, he's stuck. There we go. So it's interesting here, they don't actually deactivate the turret, they just put something to block its line of sight. So I thought that was cool. Or just neat that it was different. If you go to the left first, you actually get locked out of this area. Until you re-enter it. Then you're fine. I wonder. Well, that's interesting. Normally you walk towards them and then the floor disappears and you have to fight them in a cramped area and it's like a lot of trouble, but you just shoot them. I actually have never done that before, so. New strats found live. So, and this is where you get locked out. And then we would like to get over there, so it's sometimes tempting to try and dash to it. No, I did that a time or two. Ow. Easy there. Oh, there's more. Goodness. Alright, and that activates up, but I believe, yeah. Right here we got another invisible pathway, because why not? To take you to another Gearbit. 10. Wait, yeah, so that's 40, right? Nice, we're on track. And the camera pans down, so you almost think there's something down here, but I couldn't find anything. Game's just teasing you. Did I mention that North has a lot of invisible pathways? Because it has a lot of invisible pathways. Yes. Ooh. Easy, dude. Oh yeah, no, I got that. Okay. Sweet, we almost have everything. So like a 2/ and then a 3/ probably. Or 2 shots followed by 3. Oh my. Let's switch to this. Actually, that works out because there's a health kit right there. So we're doing good. Wait a second. Should be one more thing to the right. Right? Ah, there it is. I sort of forgot where it was. And this one's actually kind of neat. You hit this switch to deactivate all this, and you get up your 4th key. So there's 4 keys per area. And you think you'd be done, because like you try to go to the right, and it doesn't work, but if you switch to the gun, and trap yourself, so you're actually trapped, you can't get out of here, it opens up a secret to the right, where you can get a Gearbit, and another one of these things that will let you escape. I believe we're ready. So we've got one more challenge in front of us. Oh yeah, it's gonna be one of those. This took me quite a few tries the first time. There's more coming from the right. They're just taking their time. No! The combos! I'm gonna go ahead and heal. And so this is a little mean. They trap you on either side and you can't actually get to anyone until you survive one wave, and then they give you more platforms. Ow. Walked into it. Huh. So there is friendly fire for the tile attack. Okay. Need to heal. I believe these are the last two, though. Greedy! We went for the kill and we got it. First try. That's the challenge. So here you get rewarded with the final gear bit that I know of. So we actually ended up with 44? Is that right? Yeah, because we got 11. So that's 44 total gear bits. 4 keys. 4 monoliths. 8 modules. 1 gun. This thing. What a beauty. And I believe you know where this is going to teleport us. And we come full circle. Goodness, now that was an area. So that is the north. The, what do you call it? Winding Ridge. Tons of secrets. Tons of secrets. And the cool thing is you can actually get everything in your first run through the area. Because you pick up the high-powered... Shoot. I'm still calling it the high-powered rifle. I don't know why. That was the first... When I picked it up, that's the first name I thought of. But you got the railgun, so you can activate the secret area to get the 8th module. Oh, it just works out so nicely. And going back to the tutorial area for the secret room with all the monoliths, it's so cool. Oh, I like the north. The eastern area, the Sunken City, as I've been told it's called, is still my favorite area, like for fun and aesthetically, but the northern area's secrets were pretty top tier. I did enjoy that. I hope you've enjoyed this journey through the area. Maybe found a few secrets. If you know of something that I missed, because I very nearly did miss something, do let me know. I'll timestamp the video, all that good stuff. And yeah, take care, happy drifting, and I'll see you next time for the Western Zone. Until next time. Oh, and also shout outs to Onan and Oxbox Rocks. Those two have been speedrunning this game and have actually beaten it in under 1 hour. So that's kind of cool. I'll link to their videos in the description below. So if you're interested in seeing a faster version of this game, they basically beat the entire game in less than it took me to go through all of the northern area. So, just for perspective, it's crazy. Alright, I'm off. Bye guys.